generation, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for all you got to love it like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
36.
From the gun, here's Watson. Got a man open, it's Wims. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And his first carry, he loses the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Here's set. 19.
Oh, here we go. Oh, tight right.
31.
Check.
Down and go.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Hey, check. Mike from Norman. 50. It's our time. Mike's 50.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. play action. They'll throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
25, check 25, check 13.
Foles. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now Leonard Fournette, and tackled down after a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This is it. Come in, T. You better bring it. Kill.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Blitz coming, And down he goes. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Third and long, it's Watson going for the deep ball. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Foles. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Cohen. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now Foles. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. First down, a run with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll be be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Watson, airing it out deep for Smith. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. To the air yet again, Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Telvin Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. Open man is Hanson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson now. Going to throw again. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's get it.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
I see you, boy. I see you.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away, maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right? A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Watson throwing again, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Watson operating from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It's a foot race. He's at the 50. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Be alert, be alert. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Hey, Kaden. Under. 52, right 52. Too little, cut. 52's the mark.
They'll set up to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 10-3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more?
There he goes left side. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 78 yards. as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple complete.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, exit.
Let him know, let him know. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3.
2nd and 15. Flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Foles now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. He's got the hook up with Conley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
On the ball! On the ball! On the ball! On the ball!
Man, they're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Purple 54!
Football.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Foles. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we have reached halftime here and a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Mike.
Easy.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Second down in inches. Finds his tight end, Oliver, here outright. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On first down, Cohen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Easy.
From the 36, Foles. And this will be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
61, matchbox, white.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a third down.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Let's go.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. They run with Breida. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Shit. Alert 3. Shit.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And set. 19. Check.
From the gun on third, Watson. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. There to bring him down, Avery Jones.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On second down, here's Fournette. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Again, it's Fournette. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
We got this.
that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Foles. And he completes it to Cohen. Escapes the defender. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Foles gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Foles. That is caught by Cohen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. The 30, 20, 10, 5. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 55 Mike.
Here's Foles. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Big stop, G. Big stop, let's go.
Bravo. Look at me. Zipper.
55, Mike. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Mike 55. Mike
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Leonard Fournette. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that what it is, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go, defense. Defense. Here we go.
They'll toss it to Breida. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This is it. 19.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
This is it. 19.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down and Golden Goal.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. This is Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Houston,